locked. There we go. Perfect. It's saying I have to go this way. So I am now about to do my hair. I just went ahead and put my leave-in in. And I'm also trying to film at the same time. So this is what my hair is looking like right now. And I did my whole wash day in these sections. We are doing a 6-section wash day, and we are going to get through it. So my freshly washed hair in this 3-way mirror, must have. So let's go ahead. I have these little clips. Hey girl, hey. I'm trying to get these watch hours up, so they were like, you should go live, you should go live. But we are going to go ahead and do section by section. This is how my hair looks after it's been washed. I did use the RX leave-in my hair. Crystalline, if you're still in here, how do you feel about the whole Watch and See by Courtney, the owner who used to do Main Choice? Because I am trying to just sit back and watch and see and see like what are the products going to give before I go ahead and act like I'm endorsing them. So all right, sections. If you feel like you need some more leave-in, go ahead and apply some. I'm going to get a little bit more. Let's see. And I'm telling you, that RX leave-in was in my favorites for 2024. And it'll probably be in my favorites for this year as well. All right. Ends are looking good. I will need a professional trim soon. I'm probably going to get one in March. But go ahead and cover your ears. Can I mute this? Because I have my blow dryer. How long will my hair take? Long. And plus, I'm recording right here. And I'm trying to go live too. So I'm doing a whole lot. This is a new thing. But have I timed it? It takes me like an hour to wash, deep condition, and everything. And then it takes me probably like an hour and a half to go ahead and blow dry my entire head and then twist it up. But I'm only doing chunky twists. So, yeah. Yeah, I feel like the Watch and See is gonna be good too, but again, I'm trying to watch and see what everybody else is doing. All right, let me just mute it for a second. Okay, so how long did I keep my mini twist in? Probably for about 2.5 weeks because I had a collaboration that I had to do and I had to work. But somebody asked, "Who are you?" I'm Kia. I do natural hair and I posted. That's who I am. Literally, a regular black girl who is loving her natural hair. And then, hey, Afro Girl. I love that name. I wish I would have thought of that. I feel like Curls with Kia is super basic. And I feel like at this point, it needs to be Twist with Kia or something like that. But hey, it's Curls. I need some more clips. Let me just use one for my hair. Okay. But yes, y'all, I just have so much hair. It's like all of this head. I just go section by section. So I'll probably be on here for a while. Oh, got other people coming too. But yeah, I also mentioned this in my favorites, is Olaplex oil. I know some people, they use just this to blow their hair out, but I've been using it like mainly on my ends too. But we're going to go ahead and get through this whole head. I got my little grays popping out, y'all. All right, let me meet y'all again. All right, so the goal is not to be straight with my hair, but I don't want my hair to tangle up. So I just make sure that I stretch it a little bit, and this is like the easiest way for me to stretch it. I put a little bit more of that Olaplex oil on it. And then I'm going to twist this section back up. But for the people still in here, how are y'all? If this is your first time seeing me, I'm Kia. I live in North Carolina. I'm from Maryland now. I've been trying to shake my accent, but the accent is not going anywhere. It's not. I was like, do I need a speech coach or something? So yeah, I go ahead and I just check my ends. I have been doing the search and destroy method of what people call it. And I don't mind just like clipping some off, especially if it's starting to look some sort of way. But I need unlimited clips, always. Okay. Normally what I do is where you guys are propped up, I go ahead and I put my phone and I watch other YouTubers. So I do want to go ahead and give some shout outs to my other YouTuber friends. And yes, I was saying I wanted to give some shout out to my YouTuber friends because this has been 4 or 5 years that I've been doing YouTube and I just got monetized, y'all. Like, I said last year I wanted to get monetized. That was a goal that I said. And it happened. It literally happened December 27th. And I was just like, oh, God is real funny. Like, I said I wouldn't be monetized, and then you literally waited until December. December. But it worked out, and I'm so thankful. And, you know, we're going to continue on because I have those moments where I'm like, y'all, I don't want to do this. It's so many people, I feel like, in this niche. But then I was like, I think I have a pretty unique perspective on hair, especially since I don't like to do the most. So I go ahead and I check my ends for any single strand knots. If I have them, I go ahead and I cut them out. I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but I do that. Like, I found one, and I go ahead and cut it out. And then we keep on moving. But I also said I wanted to talk about some controversial things. So back to the YouTubers. I do want to shout out my girl Minx Kinks. I feel like she always come through and supports me. I really appreciate that. And then we have what is her name? Curls Over Everything. I'm probably saying it wrong, but I really love her content too. And then pretty much all the natural hair girlies that are still like showing up. I'm just like, y'all really still show up, and I love to see it. Like, y'all can't silence us. And then we got Faith. We got my girl Courtney. She doesn't really do natural hair, but she's a vlogger. I feel like I should start making my subscriptions public so y'all can see. But I really want to go ahead and use my platform to highlight other creators as well, especially like newer people. Because it seems like with these algorithms, sometimes you just be needing help from others, especially your community. So, all right, we getting through it. I feel like I need to be moving fast just to prove y'all that I can do it fast or something. But Jesus. Not the space running out on my memory card on my Sony. So for Christmas, I got the Osmo Pocket, but y'all, I'm scared to open it. I don't know why. I feel like I've been through so much with my Sony ZV-1, and this part is like broken on there. But this little thing has made me so much money. And I'm like, oh, do I want to go ahead and connect with a new camera at this point? But before I even start filming, I have my batteries lined up. I have my SD cards lined up. So I'm normally set. Like when this happens, I just pop it out, pop another one in. But what do you wash and condition with this week? So I am on a hunt, not a hunt, but I'm trying to reduce my stash, like for real. I want to make a goal of one shelf of products. So hopefully, if you're in here, you've seen my luxury. I say luxury, but most of the things I say in my titles are strictly for SEO. Because I understand that this is a search engine, this is Google. Like, in order to have my videos pop up, I have to say certain things. But anyway, it was just my stash. And I used to have a whole, like, 4 shelves. Then I got it to 2 because I was a product junkie. I know. And I just wanted to try everything just so I can let y'all know, like, what to use and what not to use. Well, and let me know too. But to answer your question, I used Briogeo this week. I used the charcoal scalp. Where is it? Let me get it. Not me being organized and put my things back already. It's not even in there. But I think y'all know what I'm talking about. The blue stuff is the charcoal scalp revival coconut something wash. Actually, on my phone, I could take y'all with me. We can move around. Let's go into the beauty room. Okay, where'd I put it? Briogeo Scalp Revival Charcoal and Coconut Micro Exfoliating Shampoo. This was the shampoo. And then for my deep conditioner, I emptied it. And I wanted to talk about that with y'all. And it is the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask. And that's what I use as my deep conditioner. But to detangle, I emptied my pattern bottles. So, and I thought this was kind of funny. So, y'all, I cut these things to get what was left in there. And it looks so crazy because I filmed this wash day. And I went ahead and like put my hand in this thing trying to get stuff out. It was extra, but no waste, zero waste. Do I use Blue Magic? I do not. The only grease that I use, and I don't even really use it anymore, is Nature's Blessing. I started washing my hair more often, and I found most of my scalp issues just disappeared. Like, I was a girl that I was like, dang, I have dandruff. I have like my scalp acting up. And then like the simple fix was just to wash my hair more often, which is like kind of crazy to me, but it worked. So no, I don't use Blue Magic. I use mainly creams in my hair now, but how often do I wash my hair? See, we in the wrong room, y'all. We in the bathroom. We need to be in the other room. Because your girl made, where is it? I made a wash day journal just for that reason. Because I got really scared. Like this was before everything's going on with Mayel. But I was listening to another YouTuber and she was talking about how her hair was plateaued and she realized that she was using protein in almost every step of her thing. And I was like, oh my gosh, am I using too much protein in my hair? So I started writing down just in a notebook, like what products I was using. Cause y'all know I'm a content creator. So I was using different products. And then I was like, I kept losing the notebook. I kept losing it. I was writing stuff here, writing stuff there. So I created this thing. And now, like one of the pages, I haven't wrote it down for my day today, but last time I washed my hair, it was December the 21st. So y'all do the math of that. So that's like almost 2 weeks. 2 weeks, something. So yeah, and I can tell y'all exactly what I used that day, exactly like what method I did and how my results were, what style I did I use heat when I deep condition. So I really like this thing. It's washdayjournal.com. And I have a digital version for the people who like to do everything on iPads. And then I have this soft back version. This is what I use mainly. And then I have like a fancy hardback cover. So that was something that was really on my heart last year to do. And a part of me didn't want to do it because I believe in the soft girl life. Like, I don't like to do much. Okay. I like to work. I like to get my money. And then I like to go out and eat and chill with my friends and my family and take naps. So, but God was just like, yo, you have this idea. You need to do it. You need to do it. You need to do it. And I was like, you know what? I feel like I can't get to the next level in something until I'm obedient, do that, and then we can go on to the next thing. So I know that took a turn, y'all, but yeah, that's how often I wash my hair. So I would love to wash my hair weekly, but yeah, energy level, I try not to go past 2 weeks. And again, like my perspective on everything is just what I do to make my natural hair easy. This is not law. This is not like everything you should or should not be doing, because I find that especially on social media, the videos that do well are when we tell y'all exactly what to do. And I don't like to be pushy like that. Like, I like to leave some room for people to do what they want to do with their hair, because everybody's hair is different. By the way, look at these curls. Ah! Yeah, but no. So everybody's hair is different. So I don't want people to feel like, dang, I need to use this and use that and wash this day and do that and all these rules. Like, I feel like, especially as Black women, we have so much stress and so many things put on us anyway. So who am I to be telling you what you need to do in your free time with your own hair? You know? So that's just my perspective on things. But we gonna go ahead, keep getting through this hair. I hope that the blow drying sound doesn't bother y'all. So that's why I've been trying to mute y'all. I hope that helps. But whoever is in here, please know, first, Happy New Year. I feel like I have not officially said that on this channel. Happy New Year, happy holidays, all those things. I really appreciate y'all. And let's keep blow drying. All right. Again, we're not going for bone straight. We just trying to make sure our hair does not tangle up on itself. Tangles are like the kryptonite to a natural hair person. Well, kryptonite is not the best word, but y'all know what I mean. The demise. All right. Okay. I'm just using the Olaplex oil. And then we're going to check these ends as we go. I got a little bit of hair that came out. And so what I do is I try to pull it a little bit. And if it doesn't just come out like it did, thank goodness, I'll go ahead and either cut it, see what's going on with it, or what. But I've noticed that has helped me retain length. Like, I've really noticed that. I feel like sometimes people are, oh, you gotta get your trim, you gotta get your trim, you gotta get your trim. And yes, you should trim your hair. At the same time, sometimes we're trimming off length when, if you look at your ends or have your stylist or whoever inspect your hair, did you really need a trim? So I don't know. Luckily, I go to somebody who has the same perspective of natural hair that I do. And it took me a long time to find somebody like that. So these ends are looking good. Let me look a little bit more. What's my secret to getting it this long? Whew, that's a loaded question, but let's go ahead and talk about it. The first thing a lot of people don't talk about is diet and health. And I'm not going to be that person that's like, oh, just drink some water, because that's not going to do it. But to actually go ahead and get a blood panel done at your doctor to make sure you are in the normal range with things. I feel like most Black and brown people, we have a vitamin D deficiency, especially like in the wintertime. So like that's one thing, and just making sure your vitamins are up to date in your body, because if you're healthy, your body will be healthy. Like your hair will be healthy, things like that. Like, I used to be vegetarian for the longest. I just started eating chicken again, which I would actually like to go back to being vegetarian, but I'm sick of eating tofu and chickpeas and all of that stuff now. But I actually kind of want to brush my hair to see, just brush it out. All right, ends are looking good. And I feel like what I'm doing right now is something a lot of people do not do. They like, all right, I'm done washing my hair. Let's style it. I'm done. And I really go ahead and take time to like look at my ends, make sure product is on my ends. So I probably look cross-eyed to y'all doing this. But no, we gotta make sure the ends together, baby. Yes. Or if I see one starting to split, I'll go ahead and just like get that thing out. Yes. All right. So this side of my head is done with my kind of blowout that I do. And then I'm going to go ahead and like properly moisturize my hair and then twist it up that way. Another thing, secret to long hair, is having a routine. I do have a video on my channel. I think it's called like 5 secrets or something to long hair. So definitely go check that out. But, all right. And this is just the oil for the ends. So this side of my hair can be chilling while I do the other side. I do need to go ahead and get my another SD card. So let's go. Let's go on a field trip. And let's see where it is. All right, SD card. Because I knew I was going to run out of one. Oh, you going to watch that video after this live? I think you should. I was going to make another one for 2025. Because that is something that is like buzzing right now. Like my 2025 routine. Ooh. Gotta hook y'all up. All right. I think my battery is good. So I edit so slow. So I have no idea when this video is going to come out. But I've been trying to do better. I sound so crazy when I say this, y'all. But I feel like the universe was speaking to me and telling me to slow down, especially with my content, or be more intentional about my content, because I've had 3 calls with Instagram, and I put this video out and then I made it private because I'm low-key, I don't want any beef with Meta. But this was the time when I was having like not severe burnout, but I was just starting to feel burnt out. And it was interesting that I had this call with Meta. And I said, why should I continue to be on Meta platforms, Instagram, Facebook, versus YouTube? Y'all know I could not get a straight answer. The answer I did get was, you only have to post 3 times a week. And I'm just like, is the person not hearing me? I'm saying I'm burnt out, and you telling me just post 3 times a week. And I'm trying to figure out, like, what's the benefit? What is the benefit of me doing this? And I was told it helps you expand your brand. It gives you opportunities. So I just thought that was very vague and very shady. And then after that, I just started kind of like distancing myself from Instagram a little bit, because I feel more fulfilled when I make YouTube videos for some reason. I feel like it's not go, 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 go. And I'm personally not a go, 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 go type of person. I like slow living. Okay? Like, y'all see how I'm doing my hair. Like, I take my time. I look at my ends. I, do things that way. I'm not in the business of doing things fast. Like, I'm just not. So, and then it's funny that I'm getting on live today, because I did just hit 1 million views today around noon, which is crazy and kind of scary, because I'm like, wait a minute, who looking at me? Kind of thing. But yeah, we gonna rock out with YouTube and see how that goes. But all right, we on the back section. This is what the curls are looking like. Now, I did not participate in silk press season. Yeah, I don't like being burnt. I just am a little nervous about that. I've been burnt so many times getting my hair pressed. So that was just something that I did not want to do this year. But okay. Let's get through this, because I'm so excited to twist my hair, because once I twist my hair, I'm done, and then I can go ahead and sit with my dog, because I'm planning a few trips and I am doing my research on that. So for the people who just came in, I did put in the RX leave-in on my hair, but this is the Olaplex bonding oil, and I just like to use that before I go ahead and blow my hair out. Now, the RX leave-in also has some heat protection benefits in it as well, or properties rather. But I like this Olaplex oil, and it's like, ooh, like we know how the community is about Olaplex, but I'm just like, some of their products like are all right. They're all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and mute y'all while I blow dry. Now, my blow drying technique is very interesting, okay? This is something that I pretty much learned from doing my hair and what works best for me. And again, if anybody is watching this that has some kind of professional license, feel free. Feel free to help me out. But I start high and then I gradually go down. So I do my highest heat first, and then I do like a medium heat, and then I do the cold blast thing at the end. And that seems to work for me. Okay. I'm formatting my memory card. I have a memory card that I've already edited everything on it. So now, since it's empty, I can go ahead and reuse it. There was a point in time where I just kept buying new memory cards over and over and over. And then I was like, wait a minute, that's wasting money. So I try to do better. I also have some girlfriends that are way more organized than I am. And a lot of people at the end of the month, they go ahead and do like a digital cleanse kind of thing. I'm trying to get there. I want to be one of those people. All right, this one is good. Whew. Now having to break the section up. But yeah, so this is my desired length. I wanted to get under the nipple. Like, that's what I wanted to do. But, I got there. Yay. And anything else, I'm going to be happy about. But, so what is it? This is, I'm going ahead to show y'all because somebody gave this to me. And being the person I am, of course, I wanted the Stanley Cup that was this color. But the people in my life, they are more aware of higher quality things. Let's just say that. So I have a green Stanley Cup. But then I was like, I want another one for like the other season, right? Which is wasteful. Don't do that. Don't do that. But since this was gifted to me, I was like, I might as well use it. But yeah, it has an option to seal it so this doesn't like just spill if it falls. And then the straw is metal versus the plastic. And we trying to get away from plastic, because plastic is taking over the world. And if you don't have to use a lot of plastic, don't use it. But okay, thank you for the memory card deals. Yes, I'm trying to reuse the ones I already have, but 256, that's a good one. But I do know with the Osmo Pocket one, they take the real mini ones. So I'm going to have to go ahead and do an unboxing and just get over my whatever fear I have going on, because I felt like I was in that moment of quitting, which I go through every other week. But like, I was really in that moment, and I was like, nah, I'm going to end December 31st. I'm going to be done. I'm going to be done. And then I got the camera for Christmas. And then I was like, is the universe trying to tell me something? Like, and then all my horoscope stuff was like, girl, keep going, keep going. And I'm like, okay. And then it was somebody, because I'm a Cancer, I watch little horoscope stuff because I think it's fun. And then somebody was like, it's not that you need to stop, you need to rethink what you're currently doing. I said, that's a word. Thank you, Jesus. So I was just like, okay, so don't stop. You just need to like do something new of what you're already doing. So, for example, I feel like I'm always going to be an Instagram girly, like, but my relationship with Instagram has changed now. But I was like, okay, how about I do a little bit more YouTube, and then once I film, try to edit like very soon, instead of film, edit, because then like my wrist started hurting. I was like, wait a minute, how old am I getting? Because maybe I'm editing or spending too much time on a computer. But this year I was like, I need to go outside more. I want to get back to volunteering more. Going to the museum. I love the art museum, y'all. Like, I'm that person. I had a membership to the art museum, and then that, like, it expired. So I do think I'm going to get another membership for this year, because when I went to go see Kirk Franklin, y'all, my seats, Kirk Franklin was right here and I was right here. Why was I right in front of this man? And, I respect Kirk Franklin, but I'm not like the number one fan of Kirk Franklin. But I was able to get those seats. They were a gift for my partner. But I was able to get those seats only because I was a member. Only. I would not have been able to get those seats if I was not a member. So, yeah, I need to sign up for that for sure. No, I did not hear about him twerking on stage. I do not follow him. Like I'm not up to date on what any of these celebrities are doing. So unless it's Beyonce and Nicki Minaj, like I'm not. mm, mm. But yeah, those are my two people. And Janae Aiko, that's my girl. I saw her twice. I will see her every single time that I can. He apologized. I mean, I saw him when I saw him in concert. He was just. I think somebody called him the James Brown of gospel. I could see that because he was like he was doing some little motions now. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. But hey, these celebrities are here to entertain us. Hey my girl. Hey, hey. Aw. But thank you so much. I just take care of it. I take care of the blessing that the Lord gave me to the best of my ability. And I'm patient with my hair and we get through it. I take my time. I'm not a one hour girl. I ain't trying to do an hour. I'm trying to do what's going to help my hair flourish. So, but yes, if you just tune it in, I am blowing out my hair. I have thick hair. I am like, trying to move away from the typing, but here's the thing. Here's my views on hair typing, y'all. Us being on a platform, in order to find each other, we have to use it for search engine optimization. That's the only reason. Like, I am not a typing person. I am not. But in order for these videos to get to you, I have to write certain words so they can get to you, or my video is not going to get to you. And it sucks that it's like that, but at this point, the people who know the game, we know the game, and we gotta do what we gotta do. But you get your hair to grow like this by just having a routine and then continuing to do your routine. That's it. So here's the curls. I am filming this video. Let me not forget about the other people. Okay. But I go ahead and section my section. And then blow it out. I use a little bit of this Olaplex oil. Focusing on the bottoms, the ends, since that's the oldest part of your hair. Try to smooth it out and then go in with that blow dryer. We do an ends check over here. I'm looking for any splits, any single strand knots. I'll see better once I blow my hair out. But like I have one right here and I go ahead and I cut it out. It'll grow back. All right. Oh, Oh, to the person who said they love my videos, thank you, girl. I appreciate it. I do. I think I said in one of my other videos, I was like, I'm doing this for extracurricular activities. But I really do appreciate y'all. I do. Because I feel like, there needs to be some more natural hair love in the world. Letting people know to go ahead and embrace the hair that they have, especially with inflation and everything nowadays. Like, we got to save the money where we can. And I know for me, I used to have, okay, we good, y'all. The ends good. They good, y'all. They aren't even than a mug, but they good. But yeah, I used to wear weaves. Okay, so let's go through it. And I've been saying this for years that I'm gonna go ahead and make a video on this. But you know how it is. But I had locks. No, first let's take it way back. Before the locks, I just had a whole lot of hair. And I had the lustrous pink. Okay. And my mom, I don't even know, I can't even remember what she did. But she would have me in ponytails, pigtails, all kinds of tails, right? And then I guess it was just too much for her. So she took one part of hair and she just started free locking my hair, y'all. Baby Kia had free locks, okay? I had the free locks. And then after that, I wore locks until maybe like 5th or 6th grade, because I was being teased about my locks. Like, y'all, my locks, first of all, they were to my butt, okay? Young Kia had, like, looking back, I'm like, oh, I wish I had me to talk to her, But I cut my locks, and then this is where things just started to go left, y'all. I wore, like, y'all know them Keenan and Kel braids? Y'all, I had Keenan and Kel braids. Like, it was like right here, the ones that curled a little bit at the end. So I had those. They were hating because they didn't know. Kids are mean. Especially little kids, they are mean. And so I had my little Keenan and Kel braids. And then I started asking for longer braids. I had braids, but 8th grade. Because my mom said you could perm your hair in 8th grade. And I don't know, like, what kind of kitty magazines I was reading or whatever, but I was just like, this perm is going to change my life. Like, once I get this perm, I'm going to be that girl. Like, oh my goodness. So I begged for a perm, 8th grade. And my mom was like, you can get a perm when your 8th grade graduation. So I got my perm. This is when the stuff started. So we get the perm. I'm trying to figure out why I was burning my scalp. Like, I was just like, wait a minute. This is what this is like. Like, why am I getting scabs on my scalp? Like, why is it burning? This was stressful. I was just stressed. But I kept getting it. And I wasn't getting them consistently. So I would get like a perm. And then I would just have like pigtail my hair. It was so much. It was so much drama in my household over my hair, okay? And then my mom hired these twins. And then the twins, they would cornrow my hair. So I always had like cornrows. Did I comb the locks out? No, girl. I cut them. My mom cut them. And my mom is the type of person, she still has these locks. Like, the locks are in the bag somewhere. And I was speaking to somebody else who was Jamaican, and they were saying, I don't know if this is all Jamaican, so, but she was Jamaican, and she was saying when someone dies, they cut the locks and reattach them to someone else in the family. And I was thinking, well, I got some locks to sell. But no, okay. So the locks were cut. I had the little fro, but this was before the natural hair movement, so I didn't even know it was considered a big chop or a teeny weeny afro, any of that stuff. And then So 8th grade, high school, I was a perm girl. I got my perms. I got my perms. My mom paid for them. I would go and I would get them. And then my hair probably reached, it probably never got longer than like right here with a perm, right? And then I go to college, still getting perms. And I went to University of Maryland, College Park. So I would get on the MARC train from College Park, come back to Baltimore to get my perms. And then I started experimenting with color. I would have my hair bleached. I didn't care. I didn't care about my hair at all. I was just like, I want to be this girl. Like, in my mind, I was another person than I am today. Let's just say that. And then I had like bleached blonde hair. I had cherry cola hair rinses. I did all the colors. And then one time I was like, going back home to Baltimore is becoming an inconvenience. Like, I'm missing out on the parties. Like, the parties happening on the weekends. I need to be here at the college parties. So I found a girl who would like give me a silk press before I knew, like, that's what we're calling it, a silk press. So she would just get the flat iron and just burn the mess out my hair, y'all. And I was retaining some length, you know, but I didn't know all this whole hair world thing was a thing. So I didn't care. I was just going for the look. And she used the Chi, like, silk infusion, and that was working. It was working. And that's what I did. And then this is where the plot twist. I was dating somebody that had natural hair. Y'all. And the girl had a twist out, and then she would wear twists. And then she would do the whole cycle I do now. She would have twists, a twist out, wash her hair. She might do a wash and go here and there. And then I was still going through everything I was going through my hair. And one time she was like, why don't you just wear your hair? And y'all, I never thought about that. I never thought about, why don't I just wear my hair? So I started wearing my own hair. Like, I mean, it was my own hair, but it was permed hair. Y'all know what I mean? So after that, I just stopped getting perms. And y'all, I was cheer hopping. Because I was in college. So I would go to the person who had $30 hair days or something like that. And I would just go to them. And then if my cousin did it one day, I go to her and all that stuff. And so I stopped getting perms. And there was a natural hair salon I went to. And I would go to the lady, and this is when, like, back then, she was using Curls Unleashed, which I would never use today. But she was using Curls Unleashed. I don't know what she was using, shampoo. And then she would use like a butter to twist my hair. And I had transitioning hair. So it would be like this, and then it would be at the end, like limp with the perm ends, right? And then one day she was like, girl, you need to cut these ends. They making the style look ugly. And I was just like, oh, no, not yet. Because my hair wasn't long yet. And we didn't go through this whole epiphany that I'm enlightened now. Okay. So yes, we are a different person now. So I just did not want to cut my perms off. And then one time it was just looking so bad, y'all. Like, it was just looking bad. And I was like, okay, y'all can go ahead and cut it. And so this is when I started experimenting with everything. And then I had like a little fro. I have pictures of that on my Instagram, y'all. I had a little teeny weeny fro kind of thing. I never picked it out, but I was doing Bantu knot. So I would Bantu knot my hair to get my curls. Remind you, all of this is before Instagram and YouTube, y'all. Why did I never think to go on YouTube or Instagram? Like, I would literally go to work, hang out with my friends or whoever I was dating, and then cook and go to sleep. Like, that was my routine. I never like watched YouTube. I don't even, was Instagram out yet? Instagram was probably out, but I just wasn't on it. And then this was still during my, like, I feel like every black woman, not every black woman, but most black women go through this self-love journey, right? So I still, thinking I was a hot girl, I was like, all right, this fro is not hitting. It's not the look I want. So what's going on with these weaves? Then I got introduced to the weave life, y'all. It was financially bad for me. And I tell y'all because I've always been a luxury kind of person. So I'm not going somewhere to just buy a pack of hair. I need the raw Indian bundles from India certified, right? So I was buying like 3 bundles of hair and then paying for the install. And this was probably like either junior or senior year of college. So I was like putting some of that stuff on my credit card. And then I was just like, at some point when I got more knowledge of finances, I started budgeting. I'm like, why am I spending like a couple $1,000s on my hair? Like, wait a minute, that could be going into my IRA, like my retirement. Like, what is this? So, and remind you, I had horror stories with weaves and wigs and sew-ins. Like, you know, the little needle they use, they would be poking my scalp. People be complaining doing my hair. Like, you know, sometimes people wouldn't show up. Or the bundles just wouldn't be right or something. And then I started wearing U-part wigs. And then I would have to press my leave out to match the hair. And then sometime, like one time I wore a frontal, y'all. The frontal was lifting, y'all. The frontal was lifting. It was so bad. It was so bad. But this was before all y'all had these tutorials now. Now, if it was me back then, now, and I could go on YouTube and just like follow a tutorial, things would be different, okay? But I didn't have all of that. So the front would be peeking out. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, it was so bad, y'all. It was so bad. So after that little frontal peeking out part, I was like, never again. Never again. The world will never see me like that again, right? And then I just was like, okay, once I pay at this natural hair salon, and I like how they do my twists or my hairstyle, they would do like flat twists, stuff like that. How about I just really take note of what this person is doing and try to do it at home? That's what happened. I literally like was writing in my phone every single step of what my stylist was doing. I asked my stylist, so what are you using? Why did you do this? Like, I know I was annoying, but I bought all the same products they use, and I went home and I started practicing, y'all. And that was probably 8 years ago. So that happened. And the plot about the twist again, y'all. I'm gonna finish this up because I don't want my hair to dry out. Like, I think I have like one more section. Y'all, and I'm gonna save this live. I'm gonna save this live, and the people who are here now will get this, and the people who watch this live. But y'all, I got hypnotized by the no oils, no butters. Okay, I'm just, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. And I say hypnotized because my natural hair, just doing like what my stylist did, and I started using Camille Rose products, and then I started using Soultanicals. And y'all, I have proof on my Instagram. My hair was almost waist lift. and then I got a curly cut. And I'm not blaming anyone. That is a decision that I wanted to make because I was very intrigued by the method. And I was just like, maybe, you know, my hair is dry, or maybe my scalp is a certain way, because I was doing my hair maybe like every 2 to 3 weeks, and like I was getting flakes, and I was like, maybe my hair is dry. Come to find out, the solution was just to wash my hair a little bit more. That's it. All I had to do was find a clarifying shampoo and wash my hair more often. And that would have solved all of my problems. But instead, I privated this video. But I might have to unprivate it, just for the people that's in here. But I drove from North Carolina down to South Carolina and got a curly cut. And y'all, I hated it. I hated it. Like, first of all, why was my hair triangle? My hair was a triangle. I looked like a character. Okay? It's in my Instagram, y'all. It is. But I know that's the style, that's the look for some people, but that was not for me. That did not align with me. And I noticed, like, when I washed my hair, not only was it choppy, because of course they're cutting for the curls, but my hair wasn't right. My hair wasn't, I was like, this ain't right. This ain't right. So I did the wash and go thing for a little bit, and I will say this. That period was the most money I've ever made in my life, y'all. The way that these companies eat up a black girl with a wash and go that has thick hair like me, they were lined up. Like, lined up. I had to tell people no. A lot of people no. Like, I can't. I'm overworking myself. So that blew my mind in another way, because I'm like, all right, so why y'all all want us looking like this? And then this was before the whole curly cut thing broke, and I was just like, y'all, something ain't right with these curly cuts. So I stopped. The curls were popping though. The girls were popping. It's still on Instagram. So I had went through this whole method of, I want to see if my hair can do a wash and go. And I did that. But then I was like, you know what? I don't like it. I don't like it. And then I started using my creams and going back to my thing. And then the news about the curly cut stuff broke. And I was like, ah! I knew it. Oh my goodness, yo. I was like, oh my, what if I really follow all of that? Oh my God, my hair would have been damaged. Oh my God. Like, Jesus. Nothing but the blood of the Lord. Nothing but the blood of the Lord, because I'm telling you, and the way I was raised, because I was raised to always use my own discernment on things. And I was also raised to try new things, like always be a learner. Always try different methods or whatever. Because if you see what news broke, the news that the curly cuts and that method, the detox method, was damaging people's hair, and they have receipts. And that's all I'm going to say, because I don't want certain people on my channel. I don't want to call in the people. Like, I'm scared of those people. I ain't going to lie. I'm scared of those people. I don't want them over here. I don't want my name showing up on anybody's videos. I don't want anybody looking at how I do my hair. Y'all, this is secret. This is secret. So if you know, you know. But it's certain people, I'm like ducking and dodging them. Like, I don't want them to know who I am. Don't say my name around them. So, yeah. But then I just was like, when all that happened, I was like, all right, Let me gather every oil I got and pour it on myself. It's like, let's use all the oils. Let's use all the butters. But then, like, the butter was just too much because now my hair had already been through a detox period. So, like, the butter was literally feeling like it was stopping the water getting into my strands. So, by now, okay, I still have water right in this section. Great. But, yeah, so now I'm on the creams, y'all. I'm on the creams, and the creams have been doing me well. And washing my hair, as long as I don't go past like a 2 to 3 week mark, I seem to be okay with my scalp. Now, there's another creator, Coco in Kyoto. I love her, y'all. If y'all don't know who she is, follow her. She's like in my top 5. But she has what's considered 4C hair. Everyone can identify their hair however they want to. But she has reached waist lift, and she had a plateau. And she was just like, I do my hair every month, or try to stretch it as long as you can. And I was just like, you know what? Like, my scalp just will not do that. And I'd rather sacrifice some length than to try to achieve something and have an itchy scalp. Like, because let me tell you what's not cute. When you're on a date and you have flakes, that ain't cute. That's not cute. Like, whenever I'm on a date, like, I'm trying to show out. I'm trying to be cute. We gonna wear the twist. We gonna wear the twist out. And we not gonna bend our head over and flakes come. Like, I can't do that. So I'm gonna continue to blow my hair out because I went on a little tangent. But thank you for the people who listened and stayed for that. But we need to continue making this YouTube video, and we need to continue doing this hair. But whew, I am very interested if anybody else wants to share like what kind of journey and things that they've been through. But that right there, that was an extended, much needed story and learning lesson. Because woo, child, the Lord has really looked over me in this hair, because all this hair could have been gone. And I'm glad that it's not. So the lesson out of this is think for yourself. That's the lesson. Think for yourself. All right. Now, I will be very honest. If it was a day where I knew I needed to wash my hair, and then I just didn't feel like doing the rest of it, I would save this until tomorrow. I would. But since we're doing chunky twists, which I'm still waiting for us to come up with another word, we gonna do all this today because my week coming up is crazy. I don't know about y'all, but the top of the year is top of the year. Okay? Okay. And yes, won't he do it? Hallelujah. Yes, he will. Have I tried the unbrush? I think I did a while ago when it first came out, and I did not like it. And I know a lot of people like it. A lot of people like it. I feel like all my homegirls using it. I don't like it, y'all. I went back to a wide tooth comb, and I feel like that works for me. I have had this wide tooth comb for a year. It's been over like 5 years that I've had this comb. It's probably been longer. And this is what I use. So this works for me. But yeah, the unbrush, I was like, it's really giving Temu. Like, I don't know. They have it in every color. They have the glitter and everything now. And I was just like, y'all, it's giving Timo. That's what it's giving. But yeah, I am happy that it's helping people take care of their hair. It is, and that's why we have so many products and so many tools so people can use what they want to use for their hair. But yeah, it was just But I will say I stopped using the Felicia Leatherwood brush. And it's not that that brush did anything to me, because it did not. It was a very good brush for the time. But I do feel like the needs of my hair changed as my hair got longer. So I had to change my methods up. But this is the last blow drying section. I know some people gonna come back and be like, she stopped blow drying her hair. And to that, I'm gonna say, mind your business. Not Auntie Tab. Yo, I'm kind of sad that me and Donna's recipe got off on the wrong foot, because, yeah, I think that's all I should say about that. We are officially done with the blow dryer. Yay! Okay. I am so happy. I don't know what made me go back to blow drying my hair. Like, I was using the Rev Air, and I still like the Rev Air. I just feel like this has gotten my hair a little bit, not a little straighter. I don't know. I just feel like my hair is different when I blow dry it in that method versus the Rev Air. But the Rev Air is cool too. I feel like it's more relatable. More people can say, oh yeah, I have a blow dryer versus, oh yeah, I have a $400 and something Rev Air device. So, all right, I'm just going through checking my ends for any single strand knots, any splits, getting any loose hair out. Let's see. Now, I know a lot of people have been talking about natural hair goals, like what is your goal? And I feel like our community is so focused on length, even though we're like health over length always. But I don't really think I have a goal. My goal would be mainly to stay consistent, because sometimes I can get in moods where I don't feel like doing my hair, and my hairstylist is so far from me. But I don't feel like I've been in that mood lately, and then everything takes longer to film. So, for example, I would be able to wash, condition, blow dry and stuff, and watch my little YouTube video and be done. But now it's like I have a light, a camera, a phone, all those things. So whenever I feel that way, just be like, okay, this is a day I'm not going to record, But yeah, that's my goal. If y'all have any goals, let me know. Oh, now my girl's still being in here. Hey, y'all. Please let me know if you still in here. How did you get monetized, girl? How did you get monetized? My goal is to at least get up to 200 videos. Like, not quit until I get to 200 videos. Like, because I feel like that is a more easy on the brain versus trying to achieve a certain hour. It's like, all right, let me just go ahead and control the output, not the outcome. I think that's what they say. You can control the output, but not the outcome. Oh Lord, not the editing. Not the editing. All right, so I am going to get a brush, and then I'm going to start twisting my hair. And then let's see what brush I want to use. But yeah, while y'all in here, let me show y'all what I mean about my shelf and how I'm trying to get it down to one. So this is the current shelf right here. These are just tools and bonnets. But I feel like, I don't know, I'm going to have to always be a two-shelf girly. That's what my stylist said. Because I like things to be, like, cute on the shelf. So, like, this is almost empty. I could probably use this up. But, like, technically, I could put this stuff there and it'll be one shelf. But I'm trying to use up all this stuff. Not the pattern, though. We always got to keep the pattern. But I think I could do it. I think I can do it. Now, I did order that hair color from As I Am, and they sent me a full bottle of the leave-in. And I was like, I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask for that. Now you're giving me a whole nother product. But, I'm thankful. And, of course, I gift products to my friends and my family and stuff. All right. The hair is hairing. And it feels soft and it smells good, y'all. I just wish that y'all could. I need my other brush too. Need my other brush to brush in my product. So this is the main brush that I use. And I recently started using a brush. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead, twist this up. And then I'm going to work on the back. And now y'all see why I always do big twists. Because a mini twist, I will be here forever. Into the night. Okay, into the night. But when my stylist does it, she just be going through it. And I'm like, yes, girl. Get through it. Okay. I have my parting tool. I have my products. And I feel like it's one more thing that I'm missing. I try to clean up as I go. I love creating natural hair. Yes, me too. I used to do a lot of giveaways, but I don't know. Instagram just something about the energy on there. Something going on. I don't know what it is, but yeah. Okay. That's what I needed. I needed another battery so I can go ahead and make a video from this wash day. My battery ran out. Some of us have whole oh no, not a whole closet. Oh no. Y'all, it was interesting because I did have to throw away a product today because I try to write my expiration dates on here, or at least the date that I get the product, so I know. And something said 2023 and I said, oh, trash. So that doesn't happen to me often, but definitely had to throw something away. But yeah, no, we don't need all the products, y'all. I think what it is that we want to try so many things. Like when something new comes out, like for example, the Soultanical strawberry, like a strawberry shampoo or something came out. Why do I need that? I don't know. But me back in the day, I would have bought that. I would have been like, oh, because I like their butter shampoos. I feel like they're very moisturizing. But I did not buy it, y'all. I was like, I don't need that. But yeah, Soultanicals. And then the thing is, like, the cost adds up so quickly. You put 2 products in your in your basket, almost $50. Like, wait a minute, what's going on? And then you have to buy the minimum in order to get the free shipping. I'm like, I see what y'all doing. I see what y'all are doing here. All right, we finally set up, have my battery, putting it on my tripod. We have to work smarter, not harder, for sure. Okay? Like, I got this live going. This is probably going to be 2 hours. And then we got the camera. Okay. All right, so I am done blowing my hair out, and now I am going to go ahead and twist my hair. Let's start with the back. That's my little filming voice, y'all. But all right. So everything I do is in sections. And I washed my hair in sections this time, y'all. And this is why I need to be telling the camera. So washing my hair in sections, this is where it pays off, because now I'm doing the back, and the back is already, it's not a perfect part, but it's already sectioned off. And now I'm good to go. So let's start with that. Because sometimes I feel real crazy going on Instagram saying, oh, I wash my hair in sections. But y'all, it saves me so much energy and time. Oh my goodness, because parting my hair, like, I feel like, again, I need to tell these people, parting my hair vertically is easier than me parting it horizontally. So having the parts already there just does an amazing job. It also helps with not manipulation, but I feel like a lot of people do damage when they're parting their hair and they don't even really realize it. So that also cuts that down. All right. So we got the mirror. I feel like this is good enough because it's nobody's business to be looking at the back anyway. And then this is already done. Now, what I do want to do, I can go ahead, because y'all see how much hair this is right here. I could break this up into two. And that's like a whole nother section right there, y'all. That's a whole nother section. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, just grab some hair and twist. And I'm like, it does not fall right. It does not fall right to me. So it's given not perfectionist, but I just need the hair to fall right. All right, see? Bam, done. And then we about to separate that into two. It could be one, but crooked than a mug, y'all. Crooked than a mug. And then we are going to go in with our cream and get the twisting. Oh, Chrislyn, if you're still in here, what product did you use to twist? I'm always so curious because you have the prettiest hair. I'm like, she would easily be an influencer. First of all, I hate the word influencer. Ugh. But that would be so easy. Oh. Well, y'all, I had the time today. I had the time and the energy today because I've been trying to go to sleep earlier. And y'all, going to sleep earlier, that is a life hack right there. It really is. All right. And then just go ahead and twist. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to do my whole head on here because I do like to watch YouTube while I'm doing my hair or play music or something. But here we go. And then at the end, you don't have to do this, but I have the products to use, okay? Y'all saw the shelf. We trying to get through these products. So I just twirl it in and we done. Now I do have one strand that's longer. Again, I'm not hurting for any hair. I'm not, so I'll just go ahead and cut it. And then this one done. We done, first one. Let's keep going. Blew out and just did twist on blown out hair. True. The rose oil. What is the rose oil? Yeah, because you see how my hair is reverting back. I see what you mean. I see exactly what you mean. I try not to go too heavy-handed with the products because it will revert your hair back, but I like to make sure that my hair, this is interesting what I'm about to say, but I want to make sure my hair is moisturized, and we know that it's already moisturized, but I just be trying to make sure it's really moisturized, because with the type of hair we have, it's really easy for that hair to get dry. So, all right. And then, yeah, I definitely prefer the term content creator, but some people be out here. Oh, yup. You know that's the oil I be using, girl. That's my oil right there. But and it smells so good. But yeah, as far as Nami already having the part ready. The part already there. Okay. Yeah, Camille Rose, they did their big one with that oil. I have not tried their guava line. I'm not sure if I'm going to. Y'all, why did I see that line in Target on sale already? And I was just like, I have enough things. We trying to go ahead and save the coin. Save the coin 2025. Y'all. I feel like I get more single strand knots in the back because that's where my tighter curls are. Cut that one out. Was it you? Yeah. And I feel like right here is where a lot of people like mess up their lymph retention. They feel like, oh my God, my hair needs to be perfectly detangled. So most people will go in with another tool and detangle this out. Whereas what I do is I'll use a brush and smooth the product in like that. Sorry, I pay a lot of attention to the end of my hair in the back because I'm telling y'all, it is tight. Them curls are tight back there. Yep. Okay, we good to go. And then we twisting. And as far as doing your hair at home, as long as you look presentable and you can define whatever that means to you, I feel like it's good enough. I really do. Because for a community that says that we don't have money, and I'm not saying us because I'm speaking abundance into all the people who are watching us with me. But I know that you know a cousin, a neighbor, somebody on Instagram always saying they don't have or they don't have this, but you see them eating at Chick-fil-A every day. Or you seeing them with a bust down. Learning to do your hair at home saves that coin. Okay, it saves that coin. Do the math. Because I did the math. And it saves me so much money. I think last time I got my twist done, the mini twist that I filmed. And it's out. If you have not seen it, please go see it. But it was at least two. I think she charged me either $200 or maybe I just gave her a big tip. I don't know. But it came out to like around $200 something. And I get that. First of all, I love my stylist. If she raises her prices, I will pay that too, because she washes my hair, conditions my hair, blows my hair out, and gives me mini twists. And I'm not talking about this size. Homegirl gives me mini twists. So, you know, I don't mind paying that price. But if you're getting a sew-in, all of that with a sew-in, and y'all know how these stylists, they act, and you got to come with your hair already done to get it done. Not everybody, but a lot of them. You save a lot of money, okay? You're saving a lot of money. All right, y'all see that? Y'all see this part is already here. Already here. So we're going to go ahead and work with that part. I was thinking about getting an undercut, but I don't think I'm bold enough to get it. The hair would grow right back, I'm sure, but because I was looking at Lab Bunny. I really like, is her name Lab Bunny? I think so. She debunks a whole lot of beauty myths. And one video, she talked about how getting an undercut saves so much time. And I was like, I see that. Because if you think about it, all of this would be cut. But I can't find it in my heart and my soul to do it. All right, ends. Aww. Thank you for that feedback, because I typically do not do lives because there's multiple reasons, okay? The first reason is, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I have been working on my speech and my grammar for a really long time. Now, I do have a master's degree, okay? Let's start there. I have a master's degree, but I do have a slight lisp. And I felt like, dang, maybe I just shouldn't talk. Like, I should just put music over all my videos and just not talk. But then I was just like, you know what? You have one life to live, and you have something to say that might help someone. So show up, okay? Just show up. So that was the first thing. And then the second thing, I feel very lucky that I don't have like a lot of trolls coming in here. But I don't want that energy on the people who are watching. But Yeah, as far as lives, and then I also like to listen to a whole lot of music and stuff too. But y'all see me here and there, especially when I have the space to myself, because sometimes my family be in here, they be turning up in here, they be yelling, they be running, they be doing everything, and I'm like, why we have a party every night in here? Like, sometimes it feels like we have a party every night in my house. Like, sometimes when I'm cleaning up, I'm like, why is this like a fraternity house? What is going on? But then I step back and I thank God for the family and the love and the conversations and the energy that I have in my home. So I don't take it for granted. And I'm like, hey, at least we in here turning up. Because some people don't have a roof over their heads. Some people don't have heat right now. So, like, we are blessed. Some people don't have phones to watch and be in community with other people. So, I do have a lot to say. I do. And it's so funny because if you don't know me, you think I am quiet, because I like to observe what's going on around me. And yeah, that has really kind of held me back in a lot of areas, because I don't like to network. I don't like to go to creator events. I don't like to do that. But I did say, if a company invites me to a concert, I'm going. I don't even care if it's in another state. So if that happens for me, which now I'm like, oh, I said it out loud, but if it's a concert, because I love concerts, y'all, I'm going to go. But, oh, I be trying to, well, I don't necessarily try to give people the gems. It's just, I'm in my 30s and a lot has happened, and I feel like I've taken the time to improve myself, because I could have taken another path. Okay, I used to date some people that were not the best people, and I used to have a perspective of like that traditional hot girl. Like, I thought that I was JT. Like, couldn't nobody tell me. Like, I thought that I was like those girls. And then I was like, you know what? Let's do some journaling. Let's do some meditation. Let's talk to God. Let's talk to your ancestors. Like, let's, ask to be shown the way. And this is just the way and the path that, the Lord gave me. And I do feel thankful that I find this as a hobby, because, there's a whole lot of other things that people can do with their free time. But I do have the creativity and the time and the space to be able to make a video and edit it, and because most of the people you see, there's a lot of, like, you can do everything on your phone. Like, you don't need a computer, you don't need to buy a whole bunch of stuff. But I will say, having a computer makes things a lot easier. It does. But yes, the city girl era. Oh my gosh, they would be so sad if they heard us talking about them in the past tense. But yeah, I watched JT on Rolling Loud. But yeah, let's talk about those those. But yeah, I love rap. I love R&B. I love gospel. So those are the things. I feel like I have to balance it out. Like, you can listen to the wild stuff, but you have to also. Oh, That was wifey checking on me. So if she called back another time, I'm going to have to answer it. But she probably knows that I'm on here doing content. So if you are a content creator, y'all see that? The part already done. Saving time, saving time. Whew. Yes, Lord. So if I wanted to sit down in front of the TV, my parts will already be halfway done. But I really appreciate y'all supporting this live, even if you're watching the replay. I'm so happy that our paths have crossed because I'm thankful. Like, I try my hardest not to look at numbers. Like, every number is a person. Every number is a person. Like, I don't play those games. I definitely don't play those games with my community, especially my girlfriends. Like, I go to bat for my girlfriends because I don't let a lot of, I don't want to say I don't let a lot of people in, but like if I F with you, I F with you. Like, that's that. And if I see you on the street, it's still like that. Because you know, some people, they be flip-flopping. I'm not a flip-flopper. But, all right, we got a nice little shine. We got a nice little thing going on. We checking our ends. I'm looking for any single strand knots because my hair will curl back up on itself so easily. And you know what? That's the way God made me. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. That's another message I like to give people. Like, it's cool to look at somebody else and be like, oh, I love her hair, you know? But as long as you're able, at the end of the day, to be able to look in the mirror and be like, yo, like, this is me. This is how I was made. And I'm going to love on myself. So, and that took me some time. That didn't come naturally. Like, I will say, my mother was really big. Well, my mom and my dad were really big on blackness. Like, that was the first thing. Like, you are black. All right. Your name is Zakia. Your name means intelligent. Your name is Swahili. Like, my family didn't play those games, like, because at first I was like, oh, you know, am I going to be able to get a job, like, with this black name and stuff? But my parents always uplifted me, and I just feel so blessed to have experienced that. We are cutting them things out, y'all. Cutting them out. We looking and we cutting. Search and destroy. Now, what does that do? That makes sure that if you have a split end or you have something crazy going on at the end, that it does not travel up the hair or bother any of the hair that's next to it. So that's why I do that. And that helps me to keep my length because I have thick hair. Like somebody said, you have volume. Like, this is not wet and wavy hair. This is thick afro hair over here. So the way we maneuver has to be a little different. And that's fine. That's fine. That's how God made us. All right. Now we can go ahead and twist this one up. And we good to go. Whew. And this, I feel like blowing my hair out helps my hair be more manageable as well. When I was doing my wash and goes, something I don't talk about often because people in my family made me feel like I was crazy. But I would get sick. I would get sick every time I would do like a wash and go or do like a wet style. Like I would get the sniffles. And I was like, what is going on? So I was like, maybe I'm doing my hair too slow. Maybe I need to do my hair a little faster or something, or my methods or something. But it was just that my hair was wet for too long. So that was like another reason why I had to pivot. But I did receive the Miche Tropical Oasis Anti-Humidity Gel. I don't know if I'm going to use it because I have been looking up permanent parts, and